Modi question continues to trigger political storm across the nation. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
All right, joining me in this segment of the Burning Question on the BBC documentary, Sandeep Singh, author and columnist, live from Mumbai. He would be supporting the government. And then on the other side, we have two, Ashutosh Mishra, senior journalist, live from Delhi, and also Tala Amir Rashidi, spokesperson, Rashtriya Ulama Council. And let me begin with Mr. Rashidi. Mr. Rashidi, since you are okay with the BBC documentary and you want it screened, have your views changed on the Kashmir files now, that we can absolutely comfortably see it, watch it without protest, and that we can absorb some aspects of it which are palatable to you?
A very good evening to everyone. Today is the Republic Day, and as I know, everyone knows here that Republic means the day the Constitution came into effect, the day the Constitution became the supreme authority in this world's largest democracy. Now, if I want to, if I talk about your question, if I want to watch Kashmir files, I'm free to watch it. If I want to criticize Kashmiri files, I'm free to criticize it. If I want to promote your journalist colleague Rana Yusuf's Gujarat file, I'm free to promote it. I'm free to read it. I'm free to talk about it, and I'm free to criticize it. The same happens with the documentary. The question here is that the BBC has telecasted a documentary. Now the BBC is telecasting it throughout the world. The whole world is watching that particular documentary. But it is being banned by the government in India. Why? Why? Don't you know what happened in 2002? Don't the countrymen know what happened in 2002?
We know.
Don't we know about this? Let me complete, sir. Let me complete. What sort of
Hindus were burned
Let me
alive.
conclude.
Start 2002
why
with the
are you so
burning of
impatient? I know,
59
I
Hindus
understand
by
that
Muslims.
this is not
59
acceptable
Hindus.
to you.
Hold on.
Digest the truth.
27 women
not
were
digest
burned
the truth. I
alive by
understand that,
Muslims
but
Ashutosh
in a
Mishra, hold on, let him
pre-planned
complete.
manner.
I'll come to you. Don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. Let's have a reasoned debate. Three people, good debate we are going to have. Hold on. Let Talai speak.
Start 2002 without
Let
mentioning
Talai
burning of
speak.
Hindus.
Hold on. Let Talai speak. Sandeep Singh, hold on. Let Talai speak. I'll come to you. We have enough time. You're just three guests. Hold on. Let Tala continue. End your comments in just less than a minute now.
Yes, I'll do that. So I was just saying that everyone, this is the world's largest democracy. What message are we sending across to the whole world, that our government is afraid by a documentary? Now everyone knows what happened in 2002. The whole country knows. The contemporary Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee said that, and in Gujarat and in front of the Prime Minister of the Chief Minister, that the Raj Dharma should be followed. Raj Dharma ka palan hona chahiye. What happened? What led to him to say that? Why was the armed forces
22 years later, same set of
the airport itself?
Same set of tapes, same set of arguments. Okay, I understood, Tala. I understood, Tala.
Why is this uproar?
Okay, I understood. I understood, Tala. You have made your point. Let me just take this to Sandeep Singh. Sandeep Singh, according to Tala, the issue is of freedom of speech. And like you can watch Kashmir files, you should also be allowed to watch these BBC documentaries and make your own judgment, conclusion, opinion. You know, with that bit of argument, I'll open the details a little later, but with this bit of argument that since it's a freedom of speech, freedom of press issue, the documentary should be allowed to be screened. You agree with that? And by the way, the part 2 of the series is not banned. It's still available online. You can easily watch it. Sandeep.
Well, there are quite a few things. The constitution that we have is not the original constitution what we got. It was changed forcefully by putting opposition leaders in the jail by Indira Gandhi in 1977. Second part. Yes, I caught you lying again. And you are very good at it. So the 2002 story starts when 59 Hindus, which included 10 kids, 27 women, were burned in a pre-planned manner by Muslims in the most gruesome manner. So that is where the 2002 is.
So you were there. How can you
starts.
say that on the national television by Muslims?
Read the reports. Read the reports. So get your facts right when you come on national TV. Third part. Will he agree that ban on satanic verses should be lifted? Why Taslima Nasreen is being hounded in India? So those questions also need to be answered. And why Kashmir files was objected to? Why nobody is answering them? And yes, I agree that banning of the documentary was wrong. The whole of BBC should have been banned as a channel. And that is what even Indira Gandhi had done. I mean, she had done it for 2 years.
Oh, that's a
It
very
should be
strong
banned
view. That's a very
perpetually in
strong
India.
view. I know Tala would want to respond and Ashutosh would want to jump in. Just hold on. I have to quickly, just for about 45 seconds, give a breaking because there are some visuals of a fire that has broken out in Surat, Gujarat. Since we have been discussing a Gujarat documentary, a fire breaks out in Gujarat in a car showroom in Udna area of Surat, and fire tenders have rushed to the spot. Since there are visuals, okay, fine. These are visuals. I believe the fire seems to be in control. We can come out of it. And yeah, this seems like some damage must have happened to the property there. Fire breaks out in the Udna area of Surat. And we have those pictures. It seems like it is spread to the entire showroom. Though, of course, fire brigade on the job, as can be seen in the pictures. If these are live pictures, then they are still working to control the fire. But it seems the fire brigade is on the job. So on that note, we can come back to the conversation we were having. Sandeep, you made your point. You were in fact making you were taking a little stronger position. You were saying that not just the documentaries, the BBC itself should be banned. I believe we have a couple of instances when things like that have happened, Ashutosh. And remember the First Amendment in India, unlike the United States, which made press freedom unfettered. Under Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the First Amendment to the Constitution of India actually put fetters on the freedom of expression, freedom of press particularly. So you think this is not about freedom of expression as much, because otherwise, and one Anil Antony would not have been forced to resign from the Congress party on the issue, because he also has his freedom of expression, which was absolutely trampled upon by the Congress trolls, forcing him to resign from the party, Ashutosh?
No, but I don't know what happened with Anil Antony, why he resigned. That's for him. He has already explained it.
No, you
But
know,
we are
it's
talking
public.
today about
He
this
gave a detailed resignation letter, and subsequently in his sound bites he said he's quitting because he's been trolled, he has been abused, he has been threatened
And
by people he knew, he has known for years.
So if everybody started quitting, whether it be political party or political life, then the trolls would have a field day. I mean, Rahul Gandhi has so many times spoken about he is the most trolled person, but he sticks to his line. And he wasn't asked. Anil Antony has his own agenda, which we may come to know later. Coming back to this documentary.
You are missing the point, Ashutosh. I think Anil was hurt because he was trolled and attacked by his own people, unlike Rahul Gandhi, who is trolled or attacked by the opponents. I think that's the difference. But then the larger question I was on was that is it actually a freedom of expression issue, or is it just about trying to embarrass the government because you do not like it, do not like Narendra Modi, and that is why you are absolutely okay batting for this BBC documentary, which is so short on facts, which is so motivated, which is so driven with absolutely motivated agenda?
I would like to remind you and Mr. Singh of what Chief Minister Narendra Modi once said. He said that BBC, people quote BBC because it has credibility. So Narendra Modi as Chief Minister...
That's absolutely out of context, Ashutosh. Let's have a serious debate on the issue. You're not answering the question. Is it actually a freedom of speech issue, or is it that you don't like Narendra Modi and that's why you will pick up anything to throw at him?
So Narendra Modi doesn't like BBC because it is criticized, just putting the facts which were already there in public domain. What is the only new thing that has come in this documentary is that Jack Straw and those papers which were declassified. Rest of the things everybody know, whether it be about Pandya, about Sanjeev Bhatt, whatever has Subramaniam Swamy spoken about. All those folks, facts were there in public domain. So there was nothing new. It's not about freedom of speech. It's about Narendra Modi suddenly going on offensive, and it shows a sort of guilty conscience. If those facts are already there and they have been disputed earlier, they could have been disputed now also on point-to-point basis. He didn't do that. What he did was to take the easier measure of banning it and then trying to play that game. Now, you have to understand why that was done. Because this is sort of another nail in his image building. Narendra Modi has been trying to build an image, especially amongst his followers, that he is very respected worldwide. Just a few days ago, if you remember, when MBS, the Saudi Arabian prince,
let me put it differently.
US.
Let me put it differently.
Let me put it differently. Being given against persecution to Narendra Modi in Gujarat. So you see, that image is taking.
Let me put it differently.
By this BBC documentary.
Okay, point taken. Let me put it a little differently. And I'm still not got to the facts, For example, I saw the second part of the series because it's available online, not banned by the government. And it's so full of motivated agenda. It's so one-sided. It's so dishonest. I'll come to that. But let me just, because you mentioned about image building issue of the Prime Minister. Donald Trump, he is a very polarizing personality. You agree? And he has been trolled, attacked, abused, whatsoever within the United States. We have not seen anything from the BBC on Donald Trump, for example. You know why? Because these matters impinge upon sovereignty. These matters impinge upon friendly relations with friendly countries. And we have seen how Rishi Sunak, the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, has clearly distanced himself from the documentary made by their public broadcaster. So, Ashutosh, the point is, or the larger point is, that understood that you don't like Narendra Modi, understood that within the country there would be a set of people who would never be happy, who would never like him, granted. But then when it comes to India's sovereignty, because this documentary, at least part 2 that I saw, and the bits of part 1 that I have seen, clearly question the wisdom of Indian citizens in choosing Narendra Modi as Prime Minister with a strong mandate. They are almost saying, these must be fools to be choosing a Prime Minister like that. Would you give that right to somebody outside the country, Tala, even if you don't like Narendra Modi?
So,
can you please repeat your question?
Tala, my question is, even if you don't like Narendra Modi, the question is, are you going to give right to BBC to influence India's sovereignty and democracy by clearly questioning the mandate of the people in choosing Narendra Modi as their Prime Minister? Because that's what the documentary seems to be doing. They're questioning Narendra Modi's mandate. They're questioning the topmost judiciary of the country.
How can you say that? As the government, the government should go ahead and make a diplomatic objection. What is the External Affairs Ministry doing? Have they protested to the British ambassador here? Have they banned the BBC in the country?
I think it has been done.
They should ban
the
it in
Ministry
the
of External Affairs has come out with a very strong statement. And also, remember,
why are you so impatient to rebut? At least let me complete my sentence. I'm saying that you can interpret it as per your own understanding. You can conclude it and make a perception of it as per your understanding. The documentary, when the Indian media has become, the larger chunk of the Indian media has become a Godi media, and when we see that an international media like BBC is being banned, a documentary is being banned, its tweets are being deleted.
Now you don't trust your media also. Tala, now you don't trust your media also.
Desperately, what is happening with the Indian media? I can understand that. I can assume that. What pressure are you guys working under? What pressure is the Republic channel working under? The pressure from the government to never show the bad
of the last 16 minutes that we have had this conversation, I think a major portion has gone to you, Tala. There is no pressure. We are patiently listening to you. I have some questions, counter questions. That's how a democracy carries on debate.
Please,
and that's what we have been doing, and we have done, for God's sake, for 20 years. Have you ever thought, Tala, about that poor lady Zakia Jafri, who has been so abused, or whose shoulders have been used to abuse the due process of law for 20 years? Do you understand what it means to be that old woman who has suffered so much, to be taken to courts, day in, day out.
Exactly.
She does not perhaps even know sometimes that her name has been misused in a manner, that documents have been forged, created, evidence fabricated, just so that a political agenda could be pursued. Tala, can we be honest at some stage? Can we start being honest at some stage?
Exactly. I couldn't agree more with you on this, on the matter of Zakia Jafri, on the matter of Bilkis Bano. I couldn't agree more with you. Now these questions, the first person to answer this question would be the contemporary chief minister, because he was the guardian of the state. You should have the courage to ask this question to the contemporary chief minister and the current prime minister, that why was Zakia Jafri, who was a wife of an ex-MP, was not given justice even after 22 years? Why Bilkis Bano's
Are you above the Supreme Court of the country?
released on?
Ashutosh, this is really unfair. I'm having a reasoned debate. Why we just give up all reason? Why we just give up all reason? Why we give up just? Listen, Tala. You said the chief minister should respond. The question is how many times? For God's sake, how many times? You said the chief minister should respond. How many times? Tell me how many times. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count. How many times?
Okay. Let me ask you only one question to everyone sitting on the panel. Who killed Ehsan Jafri, and why hasn't he got justice till now? What is the answer? Who killed Ehsan Jafri?
A mob killed Ehsan Jafri. Jafri.
What happened to the mob?
What's wrong? It's a fact. It's a fact. Everyone knows about it. What are you getting? What is the objective by raising it again and again? 22 years after, are you sort of helping the BJP again contest a general election in a polarized atmosphere and win? Do you even understand basic politics?
On video said, what did the VHP Neta said on the video? The sting operation of a news channel.
It's all matter of record. It has been investigated. Sandeep, problem is Sandeep. Okay, Tala, let's not monopolize this conversation. Okay, let's not monopolize.
Why is everyone so rattled?
Okay, it's a matter of record. Okay. Nobody is rattled. The only issue that is being raised, what are the motives behind carrying out a agenda-driven propaganda documentary at a time when India is poised for a global leap. India is G20 president. We have just finished our UNSC presidency. We are an oasis of stability in an otherwise very unstable global economic scene. Tala, please understand, there are dynamics at play. You are being little innocent, perhaps. Sandeep, I'll come to that. Now, the problem is, Nanavati Mehta report, it said there is nothing against the chief minister. We had Raghavan SIT report giving a clean sheet, after which the then chief minister carried out Sadbhavna fast across every district of Gujarat, all the 33 districts of Gujarat, making an outreach to the minority community. What was the underpinning of the Sadbhavna fast? Okay, hold on. Tala, hold on. You know what was the underpinning of the Sadbhavna fast? This was in 2012. At 2011, the underpinning was that, okay, fine, some mistakes happen. Let's forget, move on and make amends. That was the underpinning of the Sadbhavna fast. Then you had the 2014 mandate. In between, you had a clean sheet from the lowermost court of the country, the district court. Then the matter went to the High Court. The High Court upheld the clean sheet. Then the matter went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said, okay, the SIT report seems to be fine. Then there was a review petition. Even that was trashed. Then there was a curative petition. Ashutosh, I wish we have this sense and maturity of a democracy that at some stage you have to put a closure to these kind of episodes, Ashutosh. It's not about Congress versus BJP. Anil Antony, after he's a congressman, look at the irony of ironies. A Christian congressman, I have to mention that. And he says that there are certain core areas which impinge upon national sovereignty where there should be no division within the country. Ashutosh, can you really take home that message given by Anil Antony yesterday?
So Anil Antony speaks for himself, not the people of India. Let us be clear on that. And coming back to the all the.
But he's putting across a position. You agree with him or not?
There are issues on which the country has to stand as one, and there are issues on which you might have a different view, and both may be equally right in their own case. So just saying no, you accept my view that Anil Antony is now behaving like let's say more of a BJP person, that only my view is correct, the other view is wrong. Now, coming back to this clean sheet you were talking about given to Narendra Modi, what did the SIT say? The SIT said that there is not enough evidence to prosecute him, which means just like Savarkar could never be pinpointed as the person involved in Mahatma Gandhi's assassination, Narendra Modi cannot be blamed as a person who is responsible for Gujarat riots. What do these documentaries and other allegations talk about? About his not performing the Raj Dharma. That is what is being raised. And what was that? As Sardar Patel said about RSS, that it was the poison spread by RSS which led to Nathuram Godse shooting Gandhiji. Similarly, it's the poison that is
let's Ashutosh again. Ashutosh again. What did I say? Ashutosh.
That is being blamed for Gujarat riots.
Ashutosh.
He hasn't been cleared for that. And that's a socio-political angle. He may get legal clearances
Ashutosh,
in
listen.
cases.
Ashutosh, listen. Okay. You made a point. Now I have to make a point. Give me my say. I have not been able to get Sandeep much into this. Okay, Ashutosh, listen. No. I have to get Sandeep into this, but before that, Ashutosh, just for your background. I'm coming to you, Sandeep. I'm coming to you. Ashutosh, listen. Whatever BBC has brought out is, not even 1% of whatever has been reported within the country by responsible media, of which I have been part. You might not know, I was in Gujarat at that time. I have done ground reporting of that period, So, my problem is, BBC has not reported. BBC has done this documentary as a hit job, as a hatchet job. And that is the problem. Sandeep, because I say hit job, I have to prove why I say this. I give the last word in the debate to you, but let me just give you an example of why I'm saying hit job and then you elaborate. The part 2, which I have seen, which is not banned by the government, it focuses on the Delhi riots and the CAA protests. It picks up Safura Zargar as the only victim of Delhi riots and weaves the narrative around her story. Now, don't we remember or recall that she became a Congress candidate? So essentially, what BBC documentary is doing is picking up a political side. Also,
Safura Zargar was a Congress candidate.
It has Christoph Zaffarot. Listen. It has Christoph Zaffarot. It has Christoph Zaffarot quoted in the documentary in where I don't know in what he was smoking really. He says that the Modi government is trying to Indianize Kashmir. He thinks of himself as some kind of intellectual and an expert on India. Are you really smoking grass to be saying that an attempt is being made to Indianize Kashmir? For God's sake, Kashmir is Indian. Kashmir has been part of India since ages. Just because they are looking at it through the prism of West, they think Kashmir became part of India in 1947 and that too disputed. That is the problem with this documentary. And my last point why I say that there is a problem with this documentary is that you see the same set of people. Christoph Zaffarot, he is quoted, and even before the documentary is released, he starts tweeting about it and tagging organizations like the IAMC, Indian Association of Muslim Council or whatever it is. Then it uses footage from platforms like NewsClick and Caravan. And then it has people associated with these platforms giving soundbites in the documentary. So it's like a hatchet job. It's like a hit job being done by a close set of people. And that's the problem essentially with this documentary. The intention, the intent, the agenda, that is under cloud. Sandeep Singh.
Yeah, I have 2 points to make. We talked about Hisham Jafri and Bilqis Bano. Can anyone name those 59 Hindus were burnt alive, which included 10 kids, 27 women? So Hindu lives don't matter. You don't know name of a single person, nobody talks about. So that is the truth. of the hypocrisy of the left liberal cabal in this country. The second point is that if you remember after 2014 election, Mani Shankar Iyer went to Pakistan to beg Pakistan's help to defeat Narendra Modi. Now Pakistan is begging everywhere. 6 months back, Rahul Gandhi went along with Sam Petroda. He met people at BBC. Soon, I see the way British will also be begging all around like Pakistan. So that's the future. Modi, you can't.
Tala, don't.
29, he's going to be there. BJP is going to be there for next 50 years. You figure out a way for you what you have to do. Either fall in line or make way. Take a highway. Enough of BBC.
Absolutely,
that propaganda is not going to work in India.
Let me just end on that note. Okay. Sandeep, by the way, if you want Kashmir files to be screened, you could have been a little more. Hold on.
India. He is disgracing the whole country. Mr. Sandeep is disgracing the whole
Tala,
country.
there is a reason why a Pakistani origin member of parliament is most excited about this documentary, or for that matter, a Pakistani journalist in Washington DC wanting to know from the US what is their position, and that's the trouble. That's the problem with this documentary, that it has too many motivated, agenda-driven people guiding this narrative, and unfortunately, this lobby does not have the best interests of the country in their mind. On that note, I have to thank Tala Rashidi, Sandeep Singh, and Ashutosh Mishra. A short break. On the other side, we are back with a burning question on whether, as some people suggest, should we have a Republic Day parade or not. On the other side.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
Here at the Suchetgarh Indo-Pakistan international border, and we'll try to ask some of them, how's the Josh, sir? How's the Josh? How's the Josh? So this is what the Josh is here at the Indo-Pakistan international border. Okay, now the sweet exchange has taken place, and the senior officials of the BSF, they are now going to greet their counterparts and also the other fellow officers on the Republic Day. This is one of the historical place when it comes to flag hosting. 131 feet long tricolor is being hoisted here, and the sweet distribution is taking place. You are witnessing it to it. I'll first request Sarjivan to zoom in and show this 131 feet long tricolor that is unfurled here, hoisted by the DIG BSF SS Shekho, and now the sweet distribution is taking place. The message from here, Suchetgarh, is very loud and clear, because this place is at 100 meters distance from Pakistan. So message is that the India will hoist tricolor and will give us simply a befitting message to the enemy, that if there is any nefarious plot of the enemy, that will be given a befitting reply. There is also a landmark here that marks a mention of Sialkot and Lahore. गणतंत्र दिवस की शुरुआत हो चुकी है और अब बारी है जश्न की। फ्लैग होस्टिंग के बाद अब बीएसएफ के जवान जो हैं वो देशभक्ति के गानों पर
Welcome back. India witnessed this spectacular presentation of discipline and grit as armed forces, contingents and other personnel marched on the Kartavya Path on the 74th Republic Day today. President Draupadi Murmu unfurled the national flag, or took salute actually, at the same place, and was followed by a stellar parade. But some are still whipping up controversy. Take a look at this report and then we come back to discuss.
This year's Republic Day celebration witnesses the country's military prowess, cultural diversity and other unique initiatives under the theme. The theme was Nari Shakti. A total of 23 tableaux, 17 from states and union territories and 6 from various ministries and departments were part of the parade. For the first time, an Egyptian army contingent led by Colonel Mohammed Abdel Fattah marched on Kartavya Path.
قبل ما اجيب على هذا السؤال أنا أتوجه للدولة الهندية العظيمة بالتهنئة وبالتحية والتقدير الكبير بمناسبة يوم الجمهورية.
Beginning, before I answer your question, let me express my deepest congratulations, admiration, and greatest and highest respect to the great nation of India.
Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi was the chief guest on the occasion. Ties between the two oldest civilizations bolstered today. However, some tried to whip up controversy over the 74th Republic Day celebrations.
ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹਾਜ਼ਰੀ ਹੈ ਝਾਕੀ ਦੇ ਰੂਪ 'ਚ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਕੱਟ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਇਦੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਸ਼ਰਮਨਾਕ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ। ਬੀਜੇਪੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਮਾਨਸਿਕਤਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਦਰਸਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ।
Bhagwant Mann hit out at the centre over non-inclusion of Punjab's Tableau in Republic Day parade. A senior government advisor today said that the Republic Day jhankis showed change. It's a day of patriotic fervour and celebrating India. So what is the controversy all about? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
All right, welcome back, and I'm joined by Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP, Sumitra Goenka, policy and political analyst, live from Delhi, and I would soon be joined by Ravi Srivastava, political analyst, leans towards the Aam Aadmi Party, but we also have Shubhankar Bhattacharya, political analyst, leans towards the TMC, live from Lucknow. In fact, Shubhankar, if I could begin with you, I hope you have come prepared. First, a very happy Republic Day to you all and to the viewers again. And Shubhankar,
Yeah.
Are you happy that we had such fantastic parade today?
Yeah.
Does it make you feel proud?
Republic Day is always a proud event, and of course, this is one occasion every Indian feels proud about it. So there is no question about it. Why shouldn't one feel proud? How does it even form a question? I don't know, because Republic Day is something. It's not only about feeling Hindu, but it's always about feeling Indian. So yes, I'm all imbibed about feeling Indian, very proud about it.
What's Hindu about the parade? What's Hindu about the parade?
I think that's all the debate is all about. So let me rake it up. That the thing is very simple. That it was all painted in a. It's not about Hindu. It is all about painting it in a particular manner that the certain segments of the society has been left, because the word secular somewhere is being left. I don't know why the secular word is being hated so much by the ruling party. So they did try to paint it, and they successfully painted it in the color they wanted. Though it should have been about all inclusive, and I guess that could have been much more appreciated worldwide, and everybody could have been felt inclusive about it. So every segment of the society has their place.
Inclusive.
We all are Indians. So that is one thing that I felt was missing. It could have been all inclusive.
No, but you have made a direct charge, so let Charu Pragya respond to that. You have made a direct charge on the government, and Charu Pragya represents the BJP. Let her respond to that. Charu, Shubhankar is saying that a certain segment was left. I think he could have been a little more open, but he's not being, so I'm leaving it there. But he says certain segment was left. The parade could have been a little more inclusive, and the parade was painted in a certain color. You want me to seek a little more clarity on this from Shubhankar, or you are okay? You understood what he means?
No, that's fine. That's fine. I understood, but I will address it.
And also he said it's not secular. The parade was not secular. He also said the parade was not secular.
No, I said.
Very unfortunate.
See, the word secular is being hated by BJP.
Can I come in now, Abhishek?
Yes.
Good evening, and I wish all my fellow panelists and all the viewers a very, very happy Republic Day. Today is a day which should be filling every single Indian only with pride, not with ideas on how to rake up a controversy over nothing like they do every single time. It's unfortunate the TMC spokesperson could not see beyond the colored glasses that he wears. The fact of the matter is that this is the most inclusive parade there is. This is the most inclusive parade there is, because every single state puts in a submission of how they want their fleet to look like. An independent panel of judges takes a look at it. The ones which qualify in March. All of India comes together, whether in person, on Kartavya Path, or on their televisions. We come together. Since the day I was born, any foreigner, any outsider looks at India as a united whole. The opposition always tries to chip off corners. The opposition always tries to rake up controversy. और इनको रंग के आगे कुछ दिखता नहीं है. भाई तिरंगा फहराया जाता है आज, इसमें तो सारे रंग हैं, ये भी आपको दिखाई नहीं देता. It's their idea of being secular, Abhishek, is actually being pseudo-secular. Their idea of being secular is to show a lot of prominence, importance, and
you're completely wrong.
No. You know, I did not interrupt you at all.
Wrong.
I have requested to Abhishek before the show started.
Charu, let him elaborate. Okay, let him elaborate. Charu.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Shubhankar, hold on. I would
finish
want
now?
you to elaborate, but Charu wants to finish her point and then I come back to you. Okay, Charu, go ahead.
Yes. Also, you know, the things that kind of irks them up, it's as simple as saying this. If everything goes off without a problem, they will say, मेरे पेट में दर्द हो गया और ये मोदी जी की गलती है, because उनको सब भगवा दिखने लगता है. It's really as bad as that. It's as bad as that. Because what I was trying to say is that when we have foreign dignitaries in India on a day as important as this, what are you trying to show to the world? That here is a country which is always divided. Here is a country where the opposition cannot even put India first. It's shameful. It's beyond shameful what they do. And Egypt was not the first contingent to march in India.
Did it. That is what you're
France
portraying.
has done it. UAE has done it. Bangladesh has done it. And please tell me what are the colors of this country and what is your idea of secularism? Your idea of secularism is politics.
Okay, Shubhankar, now I have to open this debate and get my other two guests also, but Shubhankar, quickly elaborate. Quickly elaborate. What do you mean when you say it is painted in a certain color? Please elaborate.
It was painted in a certain color that was much
give
visible,
example.
and I think I'm being very clear about it. Let's forget the second class citizens that now they are preparing.
And what do you mean?
That
Also,
manufacturing
what do you mean
company
by
that they're
when you say that certain segments were left out?
Just let me ask.
Abhishek, can you ask what is second class citizens?
We generally talk about
What
Hindu,
is second
Muslim,
class
Sikh,
citizens?
Isai.
In fact,
I'm
there is
asking.
so
Where
much
has it
to
gone?
celebrate about
Where has it
today's
gone?
parade.
Where has it disappeared since you have come? Where has it disappeared?
That's preposterous.
The Hindu Muslim.
Hold on. Charu, hold
Hindu
on.
Muslim
This is
Sikh, Isai,
preposterous,
Apas mein bhai,
Shubhankar.
that entire
This
feeling
is
has
preposterous.
gone. You have not
On a day
involved.
like this,
Slowly what is happening
is
that you're trying not to involve. That is
such
something
a
what I'm not
solemn
saying
day
that
filled with
everything
gaiety,
is so
Instead of
bad about
talking
it. I'm not
about
criticizing
how
your
the
entire
Shramiks were
subject.
given
you are
place of importance at this
indulging in the Shubhankar. Okay, let me just broaden this. Let me get Ravi Srivastava also. He's joined us.
Instead of discussing how Shramiks were given place of
30 seconds,
importance,
Charu,
how the
30
theme was
seconds.
Nari
30
Shakti,
seconds.
how everything was so perfectly organized, how we're honoring what needs to be honored, how we're doing away with the VIP culture. Instead of discussing all of this,
complacent. Every Republic Day is well.
One minute. I don't know what he's talking about. I didn't use the word complacent, but Abhishek, today I am humbly requesting
Charu, hold
you. My
on.
throat
Charu,
is
hold on.
bad.
Let me take this
You
forward.
can't have all these people speak over others.
Today is not the day, Charu. Today is not the date for a slanging match like this. You know, let's try to understand. You know, both the sides.
They're still doing it. I was trying to point out what was so special about today's parade, and he goes on and on. I wanted to talk about
and the point that you're
addressing
today.
It's more shameful because you're not addressing it. You even fail to address it.
I will help this issue address. Shubhankar, hold on. Let me take this forward now and let me get Ravi Srivastava and Sumitra Goenka into this. Sumitra Goenka, Ravi Srivastava, to you first and then Sumitra Goenka. Charu, I'll come to you and Shubhankar, you will get your time to respond. I don't understand Ravi Srivastava. There were 4 women leaders taking the lead in the marching contingents so far as the defense forces are concerned. You know, there was an entire contingent of women officers and soldiers of the Assam regiment. This is the first time that there was so much focus on projecting India's women's power in the Republic Day parade. Now, Shubhankar says still certain elements were left out. Some people were not included. It was not inclusivist. You know, women represent half the population of the country. Ideally, they should represent more than half. And if a very concerted attempt is being made to give them their share on such important occasions, at such an important platform, shouldn't you be appreciative of it, Ravi Srivastava? Instead of nitpicking and, again, getting into that slanging match on this community versus that community, for God's sake.
No, Abhishek, first of all, giving women their due, giving them their power, empowering them, taking them forward in the parade, this is all wonderful. There are no disputes about it. But what I would like to deal with is that Egypt issue. The Egypt 144 strong military men, they paraded there. The Egypt, the prime minister, the president was here. He was welcomed. What we share with Egypt? We share with Egypt is that we both have subverted the human rights. We both have killed the press freedom. What we have done? We have
what? I can't allow this. No.
Yeah, you
listen, Ravi.
No, I don't
listen,
agree.
Ravi, I can't allow this. Ravi.
It doesn't suit your agenda.
No, I can't allow this. Ravi, hold on. Ravi, hold on. I have a very basic objection to this.
Both the nations have subverted the
Ravi,
human rights.
Hold on. This is a matter of foreign policy and hence India's friendly foreign relations. Ravi, hold on. I can't allow this. Ravi, hold on. Ravi, hold on.
You cannot allow it.
Ravi, hold on. You are not having a slanging match with me. Hold on, Ravi, hold on.
You have got Akar.
Hold on, Ravi. We are nobody. Ravi, hold on. Ravi, I will not allow this. I will not allow this. Ravi, hold on.
Yes.
Okay, you have had your say. Sumitra, I can't even allow that any indulgence. Egypt is a friendly nation. Hold on, Ravi, hold on. Egypt is a friendly nation. Hold on. Egypt is a friendly nation. Hold on. Ravi, I will not give the dignity of acceptance. I will not give you the dignity of acceptance of the comments you are making. I have to make it clear. Egypt is a friendly nation. Stop. Egypt is a friendly nation. We have upgraded our relationship with Egypt to a strategic partnership. Hold on. Ravi, you are a citizen of India. Egypt is a friendly nation. It has taken a very proactive, open, visible, pro-India position inside the Organization of Islamic Conference.
You read it carefully.
Hold on, Ravi, Ravi, this is unfair. Ravi, this is unfair.
First of all, let me wish all of you a very happy Republic Day.
My guest, Ravi Srivastava, is treating this. I don't even want to dignify this with a response. Sumitra, you tell me. Tell me. Egypt, this year, last year, Bangladesh, before that, the United Arab Emirates, and they are all friendly nations, and before that, France. Nobody should have problem with India inviting friendly nations on a platform as important as the Republic Day parade and let them showcase their expertise, their military preparedness as much as we show it to the world. Sumitra, let's not get into what Ravi Srivastava was saying. The issue is, Shubhankar is giving a communal, secular, political spin to their parade, and that's my problem. How do you address that, Sumitra?
Yeah.
What's communal, secular about Republic Day parade, for God's sake?
So first of all, I want to wish everyone a very happy Republic Day and Vasant Panchami. And it really hurts to see that a Republic Day, which is full of cultural diversity, celebrating Nari Shakti, highlighting on Atmanirbhar Bharat, indigenous gun salute was given to the Honorable President today. This is the first time in our history which this has happened. Secondly, there were all women contingent of CRPF, BSF Camel band was there, which had women. Delhi police contingent had women. The Tableau has also highlighted many women.
Is this the first time that you have women? Is this the first time that women were included?
In that proportion, yes, Shubhankar. In that proportion,
what are you talking about? Is this the first time that the Republic Day parade has seen women?
I have answered him. Sumitra, please continue.
Durgama as the Tableau. So do you mean to say that TMC was...
Let me put it differently. Shubhankar,
what
hold
are
on,
you
let me
trying
put it
to
differently.
say? This is really not acceptable.
Okay, we are not discussing communal
projected
secular. I will not
Award
let
winners.
this degenerate to that level. Even if you
There
try
were
to.
Padma Shri Award winners there.
Even if you
the
try to,
people who
Shubhankar,
were invited were common people. So
Yeah.
we are just trying to divert the topic and shame India in front of others.
But why are you being complacent about including women?
This is
These
really
things are
shameful.
happening since
What
ages.
about Lachit Barphukan?
Is this the
Shubhankar.
first time that you are seeing
People
Republic
don't
Day
know
parade?
about him. He
Is this
was
the first time that
projected
you are seeing Republic Day
People are now
parade?
aware of
Haven't you
Lachit
seen Republic Day
Barphukan.
parade?
Shubhankar,
Great
listen.
day for
Okay,
us.
Sumitra, let me answer. I have to wrap up the debate also. Sumitra, let me answer this.
About and not be shameful about. And the kind
Is this
of
the very first time that you are
Okay,
seeing Republic Day
Sumitra.
parade? What makes you so complacent about
Okay,
including
okay.
women?
Shubhankar, listen.
10 times you
Sumitra,
said that
listen.
we
Okay.
included women.
Sumitra
There is
has
no
stopped.
particular
Shubhankar,
debate
you
was
stop.
supposed
I
to
think
be
you are
on.
just trying to
Listen.
give color to
Listen,
a very,
listen.
very important thing. You
In this
should not do
proportion,
this.
with
don't
that
understand.
focus,
What
yes,
you
the
are
first time,
patting your back
Shubhankar, but
for?
listen, yesterday the
What
Padma
the reason
Awards were
you are
announced.
patting your back for?
Shubhankar, yesterday the Padma Awards were announced. I was so happy. I have grown up listening to the bhajans of Muhammad Hussain, Ahmad Hussain, among others, of course. And I was so happy
Of
that they
course.
have been given a Padma. The first thing I did in the morning was, because today was also Basant Panchami, by the way, I listened to their ode, their bhajan, in praise of Goddess Saraswati. That's how from today's Republic Day
This
parade
debate was
on
supposed to be
Kartavya Path
about-
as a
you are
citizen of the
discussing-
country.
There is no discussion about Republic Day parade.
There's nothing wrong
There
with
is
that,
no
right?
controversy about it. The only controversy is
What
I
is the
couldn't
controversy
Okay,
understand
since
how
we have to
this
end,
debate
can you
also-
give me
we
one
did
good
hear the
takeaway?
BBC
According to you,
issue
Shubhankar,
also,
from
the
today,
BBC
good
in this
takeaway.
debate. Let me
Shubhankar,
ask you.
one good takeaway. Shubhankar, quickly, one good takeaway. Otherwise, I give it to Ravi Srivastava. One good takeaway.
Republic Day parade is always good for every Indian. We feel like Indians, so it's a happy event for all of us. So it's a good takeaway anyway.
Yes.
We are all happily accepting
Okay.
it. The thing is only
Ravi
that it could
Srivastava,
have
one
been
good
far more secular.
takeaway.
That's what
Like
I said.
Charu
It's
Pragya said, Nari
nobody's
Shakti was her good
criticizing
takeaway.
anything.
Your takeaway,
Nobody's
Ravi
criticizing
Srivastava.
If you
anything like
want
that.
any
What I'm
specific
saying
color,
Ravi
you should
Srivastava.
wear a goggle and
Republic
cover
Ravi
it.
Srivastava.
Then you will be able
Republic
to see
Day,
the entire
Republic Day
fact
is a
of the
wonderful celebration of India's
Be a good
constitution.
citizen.
India's constitution. I'm telling that. Now talking about that Nari Shakti, which has been there for several years, foreign dignitaries coming over here, that has been for several years.
Exactly.
I've been watching the Republic Day debate for last 50 years. I know it says nothing. I mean, there is nothing, no big deal. But it's a fact
Okay.
that
Point
we-
taken. Ravi Srivastava.
Congress, that's good enough.
Ravi
Yes.
Srivastava, point taken.
We
Charu
appreciate
Pragya,
that.
quickly, 30 seconds, I wrap up the debate. Less than 30 seconds, actually. I've overshot my time. Charu Pragya, quickly, 30 seconds.
Well, I thought it was wonderful that indigenous guns were giving the salami to President Murmu today. I thought it was wonderful
Right.
to see. It was also so
Right.
good to see all the Shramik sitting
Yeah.
in the VIP rows. I think Republic Day parade should never be made into a controversy, whatever the reason. You are on showcase the entire world, and you should first be Indian and then talk about your political
Yeah.
identities.
All right.
Please don't.
All right.
preach
Thank you so
others.
much, my guests, Sumitra Goenka, Charu Pragya, Ravi Srivastava, and Shubhankar Bhattacharya. You know, my takeaway is the LCH Prachand and, of course, the Nari Shakti and Ravi Srivastava. You know, we are proud citizens of this very proud and strong democracy, and it's because we are a republic and we have a constitution that we are having these debates day in and day out, and we are going to come back tomorrow as well. On that note, thank you so much for joining us. A short break. On the side, Arnab Goswami with the debate.
Here at the Suchetgarh Indo-Pakistan international border, and we'll try to ask some of them, how's the Josh, sir? How's the Josh? How's the Josh? So this is what the Josh is here at the Indo-Pakistan international border. Okay, now the sweet exchange has taken place, and the senior officials of the BSF, they are now going to greet their counterparts and also the other fellow officers on the Republic Day. This is one of the historical place when it comes to flag hosting. 131 feet long tricolor is being hoisted here, and the sweet distribution is taking place. You are witnessing to it. I'll first request Sarjivan to zoom in and show this 131 131 feet long tricolor that is unfurled here, hoisted by the DIG BSF SS Shekho, and now the sweet distribution is taking place. The message from here, Suchetgarh, is very loud and clear, because this place is at 100 meters distance from Pakistan. So message is that the India will hoist tricolor and will give us simply a befitting message to the enemy, that if there is any nefarious plot of the enemy, that will be given a befitting reply. There is also a landmark here that marks a mention of Sialkot and Lahore. गणतंत्र दिवस की शुरुआत हो चुकी है और अब बारी है जश्न की। फ्लैग होस्टिंग के बाद अब बीएसएफ के जवान जो हैं वो देशभक्ति के गानों पर झूम रहे हैं, नाच रहे हैं, गा रहे हैं और जश्न मना रहे हैं। जश्न उस खुशी का है जो उन्होंने इस पूरे साल में जो है हासिल की है। इस साल में किसी भी बड़े आतंकी हमले को इन लोगों की तरफ से विफल किया गया है और यही कारण है कि अब लोग ये खुशी में जो है वो झूम रहे हैं, हाथ पांव थिरक रहे हैं। देशभक्ति के गानों में थिरकते बीएसएफ के जवान इस बात को भी साबित करते हैं कि ये लोग देश के लिए अपना सर्वस्व भी न्यौछावर कर सकते हैं और जब मौका मिलेगा तो ये जो है देश के लिए नाचेंगे, झूमेंगे, गाएंगे। सरजीवन कुमार के साथ गुरसिमरन सिंह, रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क।
We are at the Law College in Thiruvananthapuram. As we speak, you can see the screen behind me. Documentary is being screened over here. You can see that 100 students are watching this, and the Student Federation of India has enabled the screening of this documentary. Left youth wing organizations are taking this as a form of a protest and complete disregard to what is the rule that has been set by the union government.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
Amity faculty have filed over 1700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
Here at the Suchetgarh Indo-Pakistan international border, and we'll try to ask some of them, how's the Josh, sir? How's the Josh? How's the Josh? So this is what the Josh is here at the Indo-Pakistan international border. Okay, now the sweet exchange has taken place and the senior officials of the BSF, they are now going to greet their counterparts and also the other fellow officers on the Republic Day. This is one of the historical place when it comes to flag hosting. 131 feet long tricolor is being hoisted here and the sweet distribution is taking place. You are witnessing to it. I'll first request Sarjivan to zoom in and show this 131 feet long tricolor that is unfurled here, hoisted by the DIG BSF SS Shekho, and now the sweet distribution is taking place. The message from here, Suchetgarh, is very loud and clear, because this place is at 100 meters distance from Pakistan. So message is that the India will hoist tricolor and will give us simply a befitting message to the enemy, that if there is any nefarious plot of the enemy, that will be given a befitting reply. There is also a landmark here that marks a mention of Sialkot and Lahore. गणतंत्र दिवस की शुरुआत हो चुकी है और अब बारी है जश्न की। फ्लैग होस्टिंग के बाद अब बीएसएफ के जवान जो हैं वो देशभक्ति के गानों पर झूम रहे हैं, नाच रहे हैं, गा रहे हैं और जश्न मना रहे हैं। जश्न उस खुशी का है जो उन्होंने इस पूरे साल में जो है हासिल की है। इस साल में किसी भी बड़े आतंकी हमले को इन लोगों की तरफ से विफल किया गया है और यही कारण है कि अब लोग ये खुशी में जो है वो झूम रहे हैं, हाथ पांव थिरक रहे हैं, देशभक्ति के गानों में थिरकते ये बीएसएफ के जवान इस बात को भी साबित करते हैं कि ये लोग देश के लिए अपना सर्वस्व भी न्यौछावर कर सकते हैं और जब मौका मिलेगा तो ये जो है देश के लिए नाचेंगे, झूमेंगे, गाएंगे। सरजीवन कुमार के साथ गुरसिमरन सिंह, रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क।
सर टीएसडी कब कंट्रोवर्शियल बन गई?
टीएसडी की बेसिकली कंट्रोवर्सी स्टार्ट हुई टाटरा से, जब जनरल वीके को पैसा ऑफर टाटरा बिक रहा था। इट वाज पार्ट ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट ऑफ द आर्मी। प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि उसकी कॉस्टिंग जो थी वो बहुत ज्यादा हाई थी, क्योंकि वो 3-4 जगह से घूम के अलग अलग लेवल पे लोग अपना प्रॉफिट कमा के हमको बेच रहे थे। और हमको भी क्या बेच रहे थे? तो बेसिकली बीएमएल को बेच रहे थे। बीएमएल खुद नहीं बना रहा था, इट वाज जस्ट अ मीडिएटर। तो जनरल वीके सिंह का ये था कि मैं 50 लाख का ट्रक 1 करोड़ में क्यों खरीदूं, शुड कम डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम टाटरा। उसके बाद ये कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट की गई।
Here at the Suchetgarh Indo-Pakistan international border, and we'll try to ask some of them, how's the Josh, sir? How's the Josh? How's the Josh? So this is what the Josh is here at the Indo-Pakistan international border. Okay, now the sweet exchange has taken place and the senior officials of the BSF, they are now going to greet their counterparts and also the other fellow officers on the Republic Day. This is one of the historical place when it comes to flag hosting. 131 feet long tricolor is being hoisted here and the sweet distribution is taking place. You are witnessing to it. I'll first request Sarjivan to zoom in and show this 131 feet long tricolor that is unfurled here, hoisted by the DIG BSF SS Shekho, and now the sweet distribution is taking place. The message from here, Suchetgarh, is very loud and clear because this place is at 100 meters distance from.
Egyptian contingent marches on Kartavya Path. 144 soldiers strong Egyptian contingent marches. Ties between two oldest civilizations bolstered. Debating tonight at 9 p.m. Government advisor says Republic Day jhankis show change.